Welcome to Prince Short and House, exercise number 56, legal real judgments. 100 words a minute. Ready? Start. This is a petition under section 34 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996, whereby the petitioner has challenged certain findings of the arbitrator in the award dated 24th October 2009. The facts of the case are that the petitioner owned a railway siding at Mandhar in the state of Chhattisgarh. Petitioner allowed this railway siding to be used by the respondent herein on a payment of monthly charges for a period of 1 year. Under this contract, the agreement could have been terminated by either of the party on giving 1 month's notice. The respondent herein used the railway siding and paid charges from January to May 2006. However, because of an accident in April at the unmanned railway crossing, the only road which provided access to the railway siding was closed by the railways. In view of this position, the respondent could not use the railway siding regularly and could use it only intermittently. The arbitrator notes that the respondent had to construct a kacha road from the agricultural fields to reach the railway siding. The following uses were framed by the arbitrator. Issue number 1. Whether work order dated 14th December 2005 being annexed RW 1/1 annexed to the affidavit of the respondent's witness amounts to a license as defined by the section 52 of the Indian Easements Act 1882 or a lease as defined by section 105 of the Transfer of Property Act. Issue number 2. Whether after the closure of the only motorable approach road to railway siding exchange yard Mandhar passing through unmanned level crossing, it had become impracticable for the claimant to use the railway siding exchange yard as per the terms and conditions incorporated in the work order. Issue number 3. Whether the claimant's letter dated 1st September 2006 addressed to the respondent being annexed C/13 to the statement of claim of the claimant amounts in law to be a deemed revocation of the license granted by the respondent for co-using the railway siding exchange yard Mandhar. Issue number 4. Reliefs and costs. And the arbitrator in his detailed award, which runs into 18 pages, has examined the facts, contentions, issues and the legal position and has thereafter given his findings on each issue. From internal page 6 of the award to internal page 9, the arbitrator has recorded the undisputed facts which have emerged in the present case. Based on the pleadings of the parties and the oral and the written submissions submitted before me, the following undisputed facts emerges. Point A. The present arbitral proceedings arise out of order/contract/agreement contained in letter number 39/05/11-4/05-MMO dated 14th December 2005 addressed by the respondent to the claimant. This document was filed by the respondent along with its affidavit in proof. The aforesaid order/contract/agreement had been issued by the respondent against her tender number 11/4/05/MMO Point B. The present arbitral tribunal has been constituted as per clause 3.1 of the special terms and conditions. These special terms and conditions are contained in para 3rd and prevailing upon the conditions given in part 1 and 2 of the tender document by a special condition number 2 sub para 3 of respondent (CCI) had reserved the right to induct any other party for using the railway siding on mutually agreed terms without reducing the liability of the successful tenderer to make the agreed lump sum payment. The relevant portion of subpara 3 of condition number 2 of the special terms and conditions is reproduced hereunder. However, CCI reserves the right to induct any other party for using the railway siding on mutually agreed terms, but in no case the monthly lump sum amount as agreed payable will be reduced. Stop.